Welcome back to the Casual Heresy podcast. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Michael.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. I hope you're going to Mass and eating lots of food and giving people lots of presents.
Yeehaw! Yeah, I hope the holiday season has been a blessing to you and your family and your friends, and that you're celebrating it with joy and hope and eagerness for what is to come, which is a new year and
Another holy day of obligation.
yeah. So, Michael, what's your favorite part about Christmas?
Oh, gosh. I like just about everything about Christmas. I love Christmas music.
I know.
I know
you've been listening to it since like
September,
yeah.
Labor Day. Once I get past Labor Day, there's no holding me back anymore.
No respect to Hallows Eve or Thanksgiving or...
Oh, yeah, because you're listening to all those Halloween carols.
I mean, yeah, there's not really anything. But create them if there's nothing. Come on, Michael.
Okay. I love the food.
Oh, me too.
I love that everyone's happy. And, like, some of them don't even know why. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's the joy of the season. And I'm like, it's the joy. Yes, it is. But it's also the joy of the birth of Christ, which is what the season is about. And
right.
We're all saved. And
this ain't no Eastern religion. Like,
yeah, exactly. We have been saved by a baby. So, yay. Like, why? What's not to be happy about? You know?
Right.
It's like the one time a year people are actually, like, thinking like that. Even though they're not, but they are.
like, we love babies. But this baby's God.
Right?
Made flesh.
This baby's going to die for your sins.
Little did you know, this baby's going to resurrect from the dead, give us hope for heaven and eternity with our Lord.
Yeah, little did you know, but you know who did know?
His mom.
Mary.
Our mom.
Exactly.
I was going to say your mom because it's like a your mama joke sort of thing, but it's actually legit.
And it's about Mary, so maybe making yo mama jokes about Mary.
It's not about... Mary's in it, but it would be towards you.
And
it wouldn't be a joke.
That's some casual heresy right there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about Christmas?
All of it, like you, basically. I mean,
right?
Just the gathering of family. I have two pretty big... both sides of my family are pretty large. Just seeing everybody. Snow is usually around. I mean, the season can be... Winter as a season can be drowsy and depressing to people. But there's much to be joyful for.
Oh, yeah.
And just taking in the joy and God's graces throughout the season of Advent and then through the Christmas season. It's really powerful and I was going to say a different word, but I forgot. Empowering. There you go.
Mm.
There's a word for the secular people out there.
Right?
The food is great. Oh, the cookies. Oh, the Christmas cards. That's not
Right.
food. I know I don't eat them.
Do you,
Or
though?
do I? I got a confession to make.
I eat the Christmas cards. All of them. They're all gone.
I thought I was Santa, and I thought he ate the Christmas cards. Found out he eats the cookies.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much. I ate a lot of thank yous today.
Right?
Or I ate a lot of Merry Christmas today.
I ate a lot
Some
of
Happy Holidays.
Happy New Year. Happy
Right.
New Year cards.
No Hanukkah cards, though. We're good.
Suppose Santa does eat Hanukkah cards?
Maybe Rudolph does. Maybe that's why he has a red nose.
Because he eats Hanukkah cards? That doesn't make any sense.
He makes dollar bills. It
Makes-
doesn't need to make sense.
Oh, you're right. It does. I remember growing up, probably my least favorite part about Christmas was going to Mass.
Very packed, hot, and you usually don't get a good spot.
Right? The woman in front of you has perfume that smells like a dead pineapple.
Or just like, even if it's a good smell, it's way too much.
It makes you want to pass out.
That's me. Not me having too much perfume because I don't use it.
Yeah, that's
Just
me.
Any perfume that I breathe in is too much, honestly. And it just brings me back to Augustine. It's like, too much good.
Right?
Stay back.
Can't enjoy good things. At least not too much. Or at all.
Right? But those things that he enjoyed were natural. These things are artificial.
Right?
Now what?
But
Now
now...
what were you saying?
But now, I would say going to Mass is one of my favorite parts about Christmas.
Really reels it in, seals the deal sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. And I like going to the midnight Mass on Christmas Eve. That's what my family usually does. There's just something about going to Mass in the middle of the night.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Right? And it's like...
I don't know if I've ever done that.
Oh, you should, man. It's like... that. It does a couple things. First off, you get to have Christmas Day. All day.
Yeah.
Like, you don't... You just wake up, wear your pajamas all day, eat your candy. Doesn't matter. Second thing is... like the Easter Vigil, it's kind of mystical in a sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially the Christmas Eve Mass. It's so cold outside. It's dark. You can tell through the stained glass windows that it's dark.
Yep.
And it's like the symbolism and the tradition of that. The light inside the church. Christmas as the light growing. It's the
light in the dark.
The light in the dark. And it's just...
The hope.
Mm-hmm.
Could you go either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Yep. If you go on Christmas Eve, you don't have to go on Christmas Day.
Anytime during the day? Christmas Eve?
It has to be the Christmas Vigil.
When does that start?
Is
Is that like sort of like the weekend thing after 4?
Yeah, I think it's after 4. Although most Christmas vigils are around 9 p.m. Because it's just makes more sense for some reason.
I don't know when I'm going to go this year.
Should give that a shot.
The midnight?
If you can find an actual
That's
midnight
what you're
mass.
saying? I should give that a shot?
Yeah. I mean, if you can find an actual midnight mass, otherwise most parishes do like a 9 p.m. and call it a midnight mass, like in parentheses.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, my family has a family gathering on Christmas Eve. So it would almost have to be a midnight thing.
Well.
But I don't desire that because I'm a early riser sort of thing, sort of person.
Sort of thing.
I go, right? I am thing.
You are an early riser sort of thing.
I go to bed earlier than most, probably. At least earlier than most people our age.
That's fair. Except the other night, you were up at like 11:30. Like I sent you a text and I didn't expect you to respond until the next morning, and then you did like 20 minutes later, and I was like, Spencer, go to bed.
And I was like exhausted.
And then the next morning you looked like a zombie, and I was like, ooh.
And then later that night, My eyes got like bloodshot at like 7.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, do you do like presents and everything on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Day.
That's what we always did too.
Yeah.
We had a special Christmas Eve dinner that I hated as a kid, and it's like I turned 14 and now magically love it. It was scalloped oysters, not scalloped oysters. Something with oysters. Like oyster casserole. I can't remember what it's called. It's gonna drive me
Mom,
nuts.
what is this called?
Yeah, really. We'd have potato soup, which is delicious. Like a relish tray.
You know I love that.
Maybe it is scalloped oysters. I feel like it is.
That sounds like it could be a thing.
It's like a casserole with oysters in it. It's really good. Unless you don't like seafood, and then it's disgusting.
You know I'm a big seafood guy. I don't really eat it at all.
I was going to say, like, I watched you eat a crab once, and it was like watching somebody play Operation. Like, I was like, Spencer, eat the crab. Just eat the crab. And you're like, no, I've got to take it all apart first. And then you started eating it, and you're like, it's cold. And I was like, yeah. No, so you probably wouldn't like the oysters.
I don't know. You never know.
You never know. This is true. You never know.
Unless you're like Ruby, then she'll just know that I'm picky, I guess. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10. I don't know the lyrics. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Emmanuel, that song. Or is that what it's called?
That's an Advent song.
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
That one brings it home to Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I always liked Oh Holy Night and The Carol of the Bells. Those two are like...
You mean you don't like Twisted Sister Christmas or Twisted Christmas?
Twisted Christmas will forever remind me of Taking You to Vote, because that was the first time you played it.
Taking you to vote tonight.
Right.
I don't want to let you. You all know the song that I was just singing the beat to. Comment it or, let us know that you know what it is. Because I don't think Mikey knows.
I know the song. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh. Take Me Home Tonight by Eddie Money. That's how I was like...
Well, now they all know, too.
If they knew, they knew. You pause it, and then you send us the message. And then, you know what? Fine. No, it's Christmas. We're supposed to be joyful.
Yay!
Gotcha.
Yay!
I was just in my element right there for a second. My acting element. Insert eye roll from Michael.
I did roll my eyes. That is true. I will own up to that. Although it wasn't.
No, you eyed your rolls.
I eyed my. You know I'm eyeing those rolls.
Dude, Christmas rolls, dude. Oh.
All of the food at Christmas is like
A nice bite into a warm, crispy roll in the middle of winter.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it with doused in butter inside.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoy, Christmas lights and Christmas tree ornaments. They can be beautiful,
Oh yeah, all the decorations are nice.
Mm-hmm. Nativity scenes.
I always used to get more into that. I haven't recently because I don't really have someplace to decorate, but I'm helping my parents decorate right now.
Yeah.
So
Go back home, help them decorate. You're closer to home than I am.
all right.
Depending on what you consider to be home. Home is where the heart is, Mikey.
So home is in heaven.
But we can't. Yes, I agree. I was gonna say something, but
That we can't go home.
no, I didn't say.
I mean, we could try like some sort of like martyrdom pact and go to someplace in the Middle East and.
Wouldn't that just be considered like an assisted suicide?
I mean, if we're wearing a shirt that said like
Martyr me?
"Martyr me, I'm Catholic," like
I don't think you need the first part of it. You just need to say
I'm Catholic. Yeah, there's only a few places that would actually work though. So
I don't think it's really worth it. And where we are right now, how did we go from Christmas
I
to
was gonna
this?
say Merry Christmas, everyone. Strive for martyrdom.
Well, either red or white. You could. Either way is good.
Yeah. Don't take down your Christmas tree until the Christmas season is over. Please.
Christmas is not over on the 26th. It actually just started. Please keep your Christmas tree up.
Christmas doesn't end until Epiphany.
Epiphany. Echo.
Leave the tree up.
Leave it up! It's not up to you!
Keep eating the candy.
Well, speaking of trees up, I think it was like 2 years in a row when my family's Christmas tree fell. And one of those years it fell at least twice.
Shoot.
It was big yikes.
Was it like a real tree?
Yeah.
So it was in like on a pot.
Yeah. It's like an older one, maybe an older stand. I don't. You screw like three. You have 3 screws that go into it, into the trunk of the tree, and that holds water too, so the tree can
Not
suck
die
the
as
water
quickly.
and not die. Yeah, but yeah, it would just fall because, I mean, it's in the corner, so all the ornaments are on the outside for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like that side heavy. But it's weird. It didn't happen in the earlier years. We must have. We might have more. Like traditionally, we would maybe put more ornaments on before pushing it into the corner. Maybe that's why.
So you really front loaded the tree.
So we probably front loaded the tree for a couple years straight, and that's what happened. A lot of ornaments shattered. Sad news, you know.
Yeah.
Just falls in the middle of the living room. I mean, I think we came home to it on the ground once, and when we were home, it fell once.
Dang.
Same year, I think. And then like the year before, the year after that, it happened again. But then, you know, Dad he drills some like tough string or rope stuff to the wall on each side, and that supports the tree. So he makes sure, just to make sure the tree ain't going down now.
That's not going anywhere.
Nope. It'll go down the other way, break through the wall. No.
Just have like bungee cables,
Right.
spring loaded, ready to shoot the tree through the window.
We also have this decoration. It's this Christmas tree with a snowman, and you put on an ornament a day when you're like, maybe it's the month of December or 20 days from Christmas or something.
So kind of like an advent calendar, but like
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just, you put it on, like one ornament on each day. And then when you turn the decoration on, it'll be the snowman saying that there's that many days left until Christmas. And that was something that my siblings and I always enjoyed.
Yeah, we had, I think, 2 Advent calendars, but they weren't really Advent calendars because they just did the December, so 24 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
That chocolate.
mm,
I love that.
that
Those
stuff.
calendars.
Yeah.
So good. You have to discipline yourself not to
Just eat the
go
whole thing.
ahead. Boop bop. Boop 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 bop. Pow.
Beep bop boom. Pow.
We also have this ornament, or not an ornament, a decoration. It's Homer Simpson trying to get through a. You're good.
Yes.
Homer Simpson trying to get through a chimney. You like click the button and he like just says something like idiotic.
As he tends to.
As he's trying to get, like he moves too. I think it's like his upper body, and then the top of a chimney, and he's just like trying to get out.
Oh, man. My grandparents had this singing Christmas tree with eyeballs. It was like a foot tall, and it was motion activated, and they'd put it on the back of their toilet. So you'd go in there, and this tree would like open its eyes and start singing to you. And, like, my parents have that thing now. So I don't know if it's going to end up on the toilet or not. I almost kind of hope it does for nostalgia's sake. But then, like, if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, that is terrifying. This, like, disembodied voice singing, like, Oscar the Grouch to you. It's like...
We have this this car. It just brings nostalgia to me. Like, my parents have had this for as long as I know. When you turn on a certain set of lights, because we have Christmas lights all around, if you turn on this certain set in the living room, it'll turn on this car along with it, and it's the Beach Boys singing Merry Christmas or something. And yeah, it just brings nostalgia.
Dang. For the longest time, we had this wreath on our back door that would sing Hark the Herald Angels Sing. It was also motion activated. But like
all these motion activated decorations.
Right? It would like read a passage of scripture to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the same passage of scripture over and over again. It was like, and those shepherds were watching their flocks by night. And behold, a great white shone in the darkness. And then it started singing Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And, like, I think that broke, which makes me sad, because I kind of miss it. But at the same time, it was kind of annoying. So,
right.
But...
It sounded weird.
Like, you couldn't go outside without hearing this passage of Luke's gospel and music. But I liked it at the same time, you know? Mm-hmm. It was Christmas. So you can't not like it.
Yeah. And there's nothing like traveling to, like, extended family for Christmas in the brisk cold.
Mm-hmm.
It just that just brings nostalgia, no matter how it feels,
right?
Or lacks feeling because of how cold it is. I'm so cold I can't feel my toes, my hands, or anything.
Gosh, you guys would have
nostalgia.
You guys would have had to cram into a car to go.
Yeah, back in our day, we had we could still fit in the truck.
Yeah,
we had a van back in the day. No longer on our lot. Jamming out to Christmas music.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're growing up. What are we going to do? We're just...
Gotta have your own kids, I guess.
Right? Wonder when that'll happen. Wonder if there's a timeline for that. Us two unmarried guys. Wait. We can't say anything in this episode, can we?
No.
Well, we could predict.
We could. We could.
No, I'm not talking about, because we're doing this episode a little early, but I'm not saying, I'm going to have a kid within the next week. You know?
Like, who's the what?
Let's just be honest. If you've made it this long in the episode, I'll just speak it. I may or may not be engaged right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know that. As you're listening to this right now, I know already whether I'm engaged or not. But in this moment of us recording, I do not. Because it may or may not be happening next week, which is December something.
Something. Right?
Earlier December than Christmas. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little snippet for you to see. Because then, if that happens, then within a year, there could be a kid on the way, essentially. Maybe.
Yeah, but then that's like 2 years.
So, yeah.
So
that's not too bad.
In 2 years.
2 years ain't too bad.
Your Christmases start get a little bit less.
Less for population? Yes.
Well,
technically
yes, but like less.
But technically no too.
Technically they get like more like they were
back when I was like that.
Yeah. Cuz it's
nostalgia.
Like right?
Is that all parenting is just nostalgia?
Somehow
just makes you want to be a kid again.
Somehow I feel like not usually knowing myself.
But you're not a parent.
And no, but knowing myself as a child.
Oh.
And knowing things I've heard about you as a child.
What about me?
Like,
whoa. Are you like FBI, CIA sort of person? You know things about me that I don't even know about myself?
I know you ran into a pole.
Oh.
More than once.
Oh.
And I doubt upon seeing that your mom was like, nostalgia.
Okay. There are certain circumstances that won't bring out the nostalgia, but there are things that would.
The same can be applied to me. There's a time I fell out of a tree when I was like 5 years old, and I was like bleeding everywhere.
And your dad was like, stopped. He's like, wait, nostalgia.
Okay, now we can get you cleaned up. It's like
just had to make sure this was nostalgic for me.
Right?
My father did the same thing to me, so I had to do the same thing to you for the nostalgia.
Sit here and talk about how nostalgic it is that you fell out of a tree or that you ran into a pole.
Right. I mean, my parents weren't there for that, to be fair, but I was at school.
I ran into a tree once.
That's almost more embarrassing.
I was blindfolded, though.
Oh. I was going to say, trees tend to be thicker than a pole.
We were playing Blind Man's Bluff, and I just went full send into a tree.
Not sure what that is, but...
You don't know what that is?
Sounds like some Marco Polo or something.
Yeah, it was like Marco Polo, except it's on land and with a blindfold.
How are you ever going to get anyone?
It's like tag, but blindfolded.
Yeah, it's so unfair.
Yeah, and I went full send into a tree.
There's no boundaries.
I was also like 5 years younger than everyone else playing, so it was kind of unfair.
That's why you went first.
Probably. I think it like knocked most of my teeth loose.
Are they retightened?
Yeah.
Or, oh no, those are teeth that you can lose probably.
Yep. But it was like all 8 of my front teeth were like pushed inwards by...
Dang. Yikes.
Right.
See, I just went forehead into the pole.
Oof.
Softball size bruise on my forehead.
Mm.
Yeah. I almost just talking about that right there almost gives me nostalgia, just how it felt. Like I almost feel it on my forehead right now. Just talking about it. And that was how many years ago? That was probably around 15 years ago.
I thought for a second you were going to say like 5 years ago, and I was going
No.
to be like, oh my.
No.
No, but I feel like something like the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that will be nostalgic. Like you'll have kids and you'll be like, hey kids,
Welcome back to Turkey Day.
welcome back to Turkey.
Aren't you thankful? Because I was. Let me be nostalgic. Be thankful.
Be thankful. Right? And then watch your kids hate turkey.
Eat turkey that tastes raw.
just don't even cook a turkey. Just have a rubber turkey and a raw turkey and make them guess which one is which. And
Run around with the turkey's neck scaring your kids.
okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I've seen videos of that.
That is still to this day, like the fact that the turkey comes with the neck like stuffed inside of itself is hilarious because I think that's the only thing it gets used for. I have never met anyone who actually eats the neck, so it has to be used for chasing kids around, scaring them. Like,
Too funny.
or the wishbone.
So, what is something that when you have your own house, Michael,
Mm-hmm.
that you are gonna go all in on for the Christmas season? Like, for an example, what I think would be awesome would be like the Griswolds and deck out the house with lights to the point where
It's like lighting up the whole neighborhood.
yeah. Like, yes, the electric bill
Yeah.
gonna be up there, but you don't need them on all day.
And it's
so,
totally worth it. I mean,
like,
let's
have
be
have you
honest.
seen that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, yeah. I think I've seen the movie once or twice, but
Or
I've
the
seen the
scene, at
scene
least.
a couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would do...
How realistic that is, I don't know, but I want to do that.
I think I would go all in on, like, interior decorations. Like, wreaths, lights, like, around the ceiling, couple trees, like, more than one Christmas tree, that kind of thing.
All real?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's too much
Yeah,
maintenance.
yep.
My family has one real and one fake. The fake one is maybe 5.5 feet tall.
We always had a 7-foot fake tree, and then we had like a 3-foot fake tree that was upstairs in either my room or my brother's room, depending on the year. So
It's just so out there. Like, so many lights.
gosh, putting those on the roof like that would be a danger in and of
How
itself.
do you get them down without stepping on them?
Right? You don't. You have to be resigned to destroying the lights in the process of getting them down off the roof.
Right?
Just bring your wire cutters and just clip, 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 clip.
Buy a noob set that next year.
Right. They're going to be burnt out anyway. Only half of them are going to work.
One's not going to work, and it's going to cause half of them just not to.
Right.
They'll all be linked.
And inevitably, someone's going to try and find out which one it is.
You're going to check every single bulb.
But then you wake up, kind of have a moment of clarity, and you realize that this stupid thing only costs $2.99, and it wasn't worth the last 3 hours of your life. Like, just go buy another string.
Right? I think they're a little more expensive than that, especially if they're outdoor ones.
Well, maybe outdoor ones, but not at Fleet Farm.
Oh. The sponsor of this... No, I'm kidding.
I'm looking forward to Christmas. As the audience now knows, we are not recording this in Christmas time.
Because we want to be thoughtful and have an episode for Christmas. But we also want to be thoughtful and spend time with family, quality time. Not recording a podcast in front of them.
Right.
Living in the moment. Being present while giving presents. Because we are a present. Just being there.
Present.
as a present.
Mm.
The nostalgia of just all of those words and how we worded that.
Nos-
No, I'm kidding.
nostalgic.
Based.
Like turkey basting?
No, just based.
How are you spelling this word?
B-A-S-E-D.
Oh, based.
Based. I said it in a low tone.
I thought you
That was
said
normal.
based, not based.
Based.
We're saying the same word over and over.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, all.
And remember to go to Mass on the 1st. Because that's a holy day of obligation.
And even if it's not a holy day of obligation on other days,
Go to Mass.
go to Mass.
Go to Mass. Jesus is there for you.
And you're there because Jesus.
Right. You exist because of God. So he's there waiting for you, but you decided to eat waffles instead.
Without any syrup.
Right. Oh.
That's me, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Remember
that sounds
that
like something you would do.
Remember that pack of waffles that we got, like, at the beginning of the year, maybe?
Oh, yeah. And I would
Or
just,
beginning of the school year?
because we ate those for, when we were still working at,
Core.
yeah. And it's like, I would
didn't-
totally drown them.
I still have those in my freezer. My pack.
Mm.
I eat them. You know how I've ate them? Well, when I eat them,
You just eat them frozen?
toss them in the toaster, douse them with peanut butter,
Ugh. Mm-mm.
and eat them.
Just sounds dry. Why don't you just eat the peanut butter?
That would be dry.
Or put the peanut butter on bread.
Melted peanut butter is better.
Well, then put the peanut butter on toast.
It is.
put
It's toasted waffle.
Put, like, syrup on the waffles.
It's toasted waffle.
Toasted waffle?
I put it in a toaster so it becomes a waffle becomes a toasted waffle. It is dry, but I like drinking water too.
So you eat dry food just so you can drink more water? Is that what
I
you're
don't know
telling
if
me
I
right
do that
now?
on purpose, but maybe like subconsciously.
Well, then, boy, do I have something for you called sawdust.